Hi guys, Johnny Wilson here. Looking at improving single leg dynamic stability. So basically how well you can stand or move or land or jump off one leg. Most sports you're on one leg. Golfers will tell me that they're on two legs, but you can see as you come up onto the end that you're actually transferring weight. However, it's a really good exercise to improve your ability to move on one leg. And we do that when we're going upstairs or downstairs or walking or for jogging and so on and so forth. So how do we do this? One of the exercises that we use is the windmill. It's a colloquial term that we use in Nottingham Physio. So you'll often hear Pauline and myself saying, oh look, we're going to do the windmill. Great exercise, again, to improve your balance on one leg. Really tough exercise. So what I have to do is my baby finger on this side has got to touch the baby toe on this side. And I'm going to try and keep my knee relatively straight. So the flexion or the bending is going to come at my hip. And I want to control rotational forces. So what I've got to do, I'm just going to show you and then we'll talk through the mechanics of it. I've got to get my baby finger to my baby toe and then all the way back up without putting my foot down. Now, you could see that my knee angle didn't change. So there's a slight bend on my knee, not much, okay? And as I go down and up, the only place that's going to change in the angle is this angle here. So my knee angle is going to stay relatively the same, isometric. So iso being the same and metric being no change in the length, okay? So what I'm going to do again, I need to, firstly I need to be able to have good balance on one leg. Now if I'm unable to get all the way down and back up again, then this is not the reason to stop the exercise. This is the reason why you would do the exercise. So we might just start off with balancing on one leg, just like that. Maybe brushing your teeth, maybe closing your eyes, maybe getting a soft surface, putting the soft surface on the ground. That soft surface becomes uneven and therefore we're improving our single leg balance again. So there are progressions getting into the windmill. One of my progressions might be that I get as far as my knee and I come back up. And as I get better at the exercise, maybe I get to my shin and come back up. Or maybe during the 6 repetitions, we usually do 3 sets of 6. So it's 6 on the right side and then 6 on the left side. And it's always working towards. And what I mean by working towards is I'm working towards better quality of movement. So it's not about the amount of repetitions that you're going to do, it's about the quality. So you've got to have precision in movement. You have to really take pride in your movement, okay? So the pride in the movement is that I'm able to flex. So I'm going to bend my trunk. So I'm looking at a good trunk on pelvis action. So what's my movement strategy there? Am I able to control my trunk as it flexes down, maintain a single leg balance, maintain the knee in relatively straight? Then I've got this type of rotation going on here that I've got to control. I've got to try and get my baby finger to my baby toe, and then I've got to try and get back up again. Now my left side is not as good as my right side, hence why I demonstrated on my right side at the start. So it's a really good exercise for my left side because I'm going to make a way more improvements. And if my injury risk in theory would be higher on my left side compared to my right side, because on my right side I'm a lot more stable. That means that I can accept forces a lot more and I can generate forces a lot more. On my left side I find it very difficult to hop. On my right side it's quite easy. So I'm able to recruit and control the muscles on my right side better than my left side. And you can see as well that the muscles on my left side from previous injuries are not as big as on the right side. So I've got to do a lot of work on the left side. So again, looking at that, the knee stays relatively straight. Try and maintain that single leg balance. Baby finger to baby toe, back up, and I would do 6 of these. 3 sets of 6. Now it's an exercise that you might do 3 or 4 times a week, or you might do it before training sessions, before gym sessions. You can do it as part of your warm-up. If you're a soccer player, rugby player, great exercise if you're a mountain biker, any kind of sport that requires some dynamic single leg stability, or that you've got to get into dynamic positions. Now you can make it harder by using, again, that soft surface. So because it's uneven, I've got to have a lot more control to get down and to get back up. And in one of our other videos, we've done the weighted windmill, and we've explained this. So again, the weight goes in the opposite hand, and again, I'm controlling an external load in a rotational plane, and then I've got to drive back up. So you can see that we can add not only a neuromuscular control element to it, but a strength element to it as well. And it's a great exercise for the hamstrings as well, because it eccentrically loads them, so it makes them longer, and hamstrings are prone for injury when they're eccentrically loaded. So doubles up as a strength exercise. Again, repetitions would be 3 sets of 6. You're trying to go as heavy as you can. If you're using it as strength exercise, maybe twice a week, we would always combine that with maybe Nordics and reverse lunges, so it's part of a whole multimodal program, as is this exercise. So neuromuscular control is just a small part of the jigsaw. Big part of the jigsaw is about whatever the demands of your sport are, whether it's rugby or soccer or golf or hockey or tennis. You've got to make sure that you're developing your aerobic, anaerobic, strength, power qualities, as well as your single leg dynamic stability. So it's a small part of the jigsaw, but a very important part of the jigsaw. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions on the windmill, please leave them in the comments section below. If you've got any ideas on how to make the exercise more interesting or more challenging, or if there's some regressions to it or progressions that you'd like to let us know about, please do let us know about that as well. And if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please do. Really helps my son Paulina make more videos, motivates us, and look forward to seeing you in some other videos. Cheers.